everyone. My name is Mike Riley. I'm enrolled in game design at Full Sail University this semester. And welcome to my initial pitch for the toothyBrush game, a family lesson about the importance of dental hygiene in everyday life. A short note before I begin, I have a broken left arm that was just repaired last week, and my MSI laptop from Full Sail had to be tech refreshed on Friday, so I had to reset some of my efforts, and I'm a little behind. So this pitch is going to be incomplete, and I apologize. Before I get into the pitch, I would like to say that I've always been challenged when it comes to creativity, so some of the ideas / features, designs are not as well fleshed out as I'd like them to be. My daughter Kira, girlfriend Dana, and I all spun up this idea over dinner the other night. So there are some design inputs from many sources already. Also, for the purposes of creating the pitch, I have used concept art and I found online, not created by me. All artwork used are placeholders to convey the idea, but will not be used in the game itself. Lastly, this game proposal I have never pitched. I've never done this before. I realize that it is likely not up to par, and I look forward to feedback from everyone. The toothyBrush story. Princess Kira often forgets to brush her teeth before bed, and so her mother, Queen Meanie Pants, has decided to promise her hand in marriage to King Halitosis' son, Prince Skankmouth. The Fresh Prince and a few others must bring the freshness to Princess Kira before she transforms into the worst being imaginable, which is Queen Methmouth. Being fed up and wanting to teach her daughter a lesson, Queen Meanie Pants accepts King Halitosis' offer to wed his son, Prince Skankmouth, to Princess Kira at the Dumpmouth Castle in the Skankmouth Kingdom. We must bring the freshness back to Princess Kira. The ESRB rating for this game will be everyone plus 10. I am hoping that this game can be played by families, and while it may include some more mature content, the content shall not validate the ESRB plus everyone 10 rating. toothyBrush will be a comedic and witty game with achievements to incentivize the player to continue. While the premise may be silly, the lesson is true. Halitosis is something that most people don't even contemplate, and good dental hygiene is important in human interactions. There will be no adult language, and the types of violence such as combat will be similar to that of the GameCube game Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Target audience for toothyBrush is that of a family where 2 to 4 players can play together, referred to as couch co-op, to accomplish a common goal. The game is meant to be silly and fun, with the main goal of increasing the value of spending time together while enforcing a positive life lesson. With the technical difficulties of the last few days, I only have 23 minutes to submit this at this time. I have a loop design, but it's not digital. I apologize for skipping this content. In toothyBrush, the core actions are simple and include actions the player takes in the combat phase, movement phase, and commerce phase. On the map, the player simply moves around to go from point A to point B. Combat phase, the player may attack or cast an ability. Companion, the player may choose to adopt the companion or abandon the companion. Merchant, the player may purchase items, buffs, or abilities, or sell their own for gold. Feedback mechanisms to the users will be in the form of audio and visual cues. Audio feedback will be in the sounds for combat phases, menu actions, companion attribute feedbacks, movement, and thematic overlay while the game is in those phases and idle. Visual feedback will be in the form of different visual cues and colors to indicate types of styles, obstructions, enemies, player actions, and turn-based status effects. Platform and control. Originally, I wanted to target the Xbox One to have a platform that I could play test on with multiple people in my own home, but I've been having really hard time getting my Xbox partner account set up to begin development. If anybody watching this video has any advice on this, the documentation is not straightforward, and I'd really appreciate some help. That would be my target. If I can't find a resolution to that in the next few days, I plan to target the PC platform. On the PC platform, the user can still use an Xbox One controller as well as a standard keyboard and mouse as inputs. If I have to target the PC, I will limit the scope of the game to a single player for now. Selling points. In my experience, I have had a hard time finding games that I can play with my daughter on the same console. Over time, the scarcity of couch co-op games has increased, which has caused the market for them also to increase. I believe that these types of games have viability, especially if they are free to play. To that point, one strong selling point of this game is that it's free to play. Couple that with the couch co-op and it being silly, I feel there will be an audience for it. Sure what to do with this slide, so I'm moving on. One of the main points of this game is to relax and just have fun. This game is designed to allow the user to just experience it without feeling pressured into specific silos of action and interaction. The map is randomly generated like a dungeon crawler, and the player can choose any path of exploration they want. If the user quits the game, saves, and restores from the last point, they are where they were without having to require them to reach a specific destination. Plot. Okay, so Princess Kira is betrothed to Prince Skankmouth, and she hates the idea. She has thought of running away or perhaps ending her own life. The thought of being married or even standing next to a degen with bad breath is too much for her to bear. The Fresh Prince received a falcon with news of her woes and has vowed to free her from her fate. King Halitosis' kingdom is vast and nearly encompasses all of the surrounding lands. The Fresh Prince will not be deterred. So from a smaller, albeit nicer smelling kingdom, where everyone does the normal thing like brushing their teeth, flossing, washing their buttholes, and petting their cats when demanded. Am I still talking? Oh, right. Yeah, oh yes. The Fresh Prince is set to task. He is fresh, but not fresh enough for this journey. He must bring the dental hygiene, decent grooming, deodorant, and a sense of self-worth and permeate the kingdom of Halitosis. Well, pitter-patter, eh? The core mechanics of toothyBrush are turn-based. Traveling is straightforward from movement limited to player agility points within the value of the die roll. Combat is modified by who initiates combat and by the combat buffs held by each character. Abilities can stack and extend beyond combat phase. I'm out of time. I've designed this, but I don't have time to include the details. I'm sorry. Aesthetics. Initially, toothyBrush has been designed to operate on a hexagonal grid as seen above. In this slide, you see two types of hexagonal grid, a vertical and a horizontal. Since I'm highly proficient in C#, I have prototyped this program already in Visual Studio. The end goal is to transform this into a 3D adventure, probably in Unity. Not sure what this means, really. I mean, as far as development technology, there's game engines, there's consoles, there's hardware. I'm not sure how deep I'm supposed to go on this. So I'm also running out of time. I've got like 7 minutes to submit this, and again, I apologize. Thanks to Kira Riley, my daughter, and Dana Wilde, my girlfriend, for their inspiration. and their ideas and feedback on the concept and the actual live play testing. References if needed. Prototype game design we did over dinner, and I wrote on my iPad. And that's it. Take care. I hope this goes over well, and I appreciate the feedback. Thanks. Bye.